And we are live. Welcome once again to Voyage of the Fallen Star. I am Zach, your GM, presenting you this campaign by Dungeons & Box that I helped to write and create, as well as Chad contributed as well, so we're here bringing that to you. This is session 14, and I realize I haven't renamed it on Twitch.
But have you actually hit live on Twitch?
Well, when I hit live on OBS, it usually just starts it on Twitch, so I think...
Yeah, I think you did.
You hit the button.
That goes.
That was just last time.
Thank
you for checking.
I just figured I'd check.
Speaking of which, Chad playing Varanus. How are you today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Yes, I am Chad, and I am playing Varanus, and excited as always to be with all these fellas and getting back into our game here.
Excellent, excellent. How about Sweetness, played by Blake?
Hi, Blake. I play Sweetness. I'm okay. Today is the last day of summer for me. I start first day of school tomorrow. So, and I didn't even realize that till like noon today. So the day was pretty much shot.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. So I have very mixed feelings about today. But I'm excited to be whisked away from this reality in which I have so many responsibilities to another reality in which I also have responsibilities.
One you hopefully get paid better for, maybe, as a doctor.
Yeah, I probably do. I probably make more. I think Sweetness is better compensated than I am.
I think all my D&D characters have been
much more
wealthier than me.
Confirmed.
Than me as a teacher, but yeah. Speaking of responsibilities, I think Sweetness is feeling needed at this moment. He recently pulled Kylam back from the edge of death and is hopefully in the process of hastening him. Yeah.
I could see Mark's mouth go, oh.
What did I miss?
Well, maybe Captain O'Marin can speak on this and help his first mate catch up to what's been going on.
Yeah, the spoiler alert for the end of everything that happened is we walked into a room and there was a beholder. Like, yeah, so we'll get to that at the end of the...
Already? What level? Wait, what level are we? Hang on.
So,
well, you'll see.
You'll see. Oh, that's from Numenera.
A beholder.
Yeah, it wasn't a beholder, but...
There are alternatives to fighting.
Yes.
Like what?
The backstory for the rest of the people is that one of my characters that I have been playing for 2.5 years got gibbed by a beholder in a previous campaign.
Yeah. It was rough. A full-on disintegration ray. Nothing.
Yep.
Oh, the worst of them.
That was right. Ray killed me. So last time on Dungeons and Dragons, so do you remember, Mark, last time we were sort of dealing with the things with the spider and the anemones that were eating the fish?
I remember the anemones, I remember a magical darkness, and I remember a half-elf.
So we talked to the half-elf. It is.
Ballisto by name.
Thank you.
Say that again?
Ballisto. I'll put
Ballisto.
his
Yeah,
portrait
he was
up
pretty
here.
chill, actually.
Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah, crab bro.
But in a past life, he was an assassin in the city that we came from. And now he lives on this island, and he kind of really doesn't want to leave, but he would really like us to make the Black Cryptors go away, because they're messing things up for him. About a month prior to us meeting him, a massive shooting star fell across the sky, and a tiny fragment fell into the mouth of the volcano. So we agreed to dispatch the Black Rifters. Well, not dispatch them, but get them to leave the island. If this guy can help us find the star in the tunnels underneath the island. So after a bit of a little info dump where he lets us know that lizard men used to inhabit the island in ages past.
Lizard folk or persons.
Men? man. Oh, I see. Who knows? They might just sort of asexually reproduce. You don't know that.
Right, that's why you have to call them lizard folk.
Like,
Oh.
case in point.
Okay.
The captain's been out of touch for a while.
Right.
And
He
back in
fishes a
my
lot
day,
alone.
we just had lizard men and lizard women, and in the past 500 years, things have gotten weird, guys. So
Horny, hippie, lizard groomers.
So after taking a short rest, we went into the caves. And we hiked through miles, and it started to get very hot. And not just because my hair was looking spectacular, because mechanically we were entering the mouth of a volcano. So we jumped over some rivers of magma and did some sorts of things, and then we finally get to the Shrine of the Lizard Men, which is presumably where this piece of the star is.
Yes, the compass is pointing strongly northwest.
Then what happened, Zach?
And then Varanus went to study. Well, let's let Bungo say how's Ray Bungo doing today? Yeah,
I'm doing good. Hot off the road, coming back from Gen Con.
Right.
So I've already been doing nothing but gaming for like several days. I had like 1 day of work, and now I'm back gaming again. So
why not keep at it?
Yeah.
Any highlights from Gen Con?
We played an RPG called Bluebeard's Bride. Shout out to Bluebeard's Bride. It's a feminine horror RPG. It was run by a woman who was like there, and me and Austin were the only two guys at the table, and it was honestly a great like experience. It was a very spooky, weird game.
Cool. I have to look that up.
Yeah. Anyway,
and you bought your first.
Also doing good because we're in the volcano. I feel like the star metal. It's so close. I can taste it.
Yeah, just wade through that lava and just grab it.
Yeah.
And remember, you guys had also found the corpse of a Drider, as well as a magical sword and some jewelry on its corpse. However,
Daddy got a new sword.
Yes, from Bungo's dream, in which a certain dark elf necromancer visited him and told him or gave him a potential quest to recover a small pouch, and under no means should he open that pouch, but all the other treasure of that dark elf raiding party, led by a Drider, would be theirs to keep.
So glad both a Drider and a Beholder weren't actually here. Would have sucked.
Yeah, that would be tough. So, casting our minds back into the realm of the mythic and the imaginal, we are in the shrine under the volcano of Igni Ka. Our crew has dealt with magma bats that have been emerging as the volcano rumbles ever closer and closer towards eruption. Meanwhile, Omar and Bungo and Varanus are exploring a little more to the north, looking for another way through to the star, but we're foiled. There's no exit up here. However, there was, yes, this eye monster that showed up. These blinking eyes that sort of emerged from a screen of fungus and webs. Luckily, the captain was able to identify that it was not, in fact, a beholder, but a gas spore. Which are often mistaken for the much more dangerous creatures.
Oasis averted, guys.
Yes, and Omarin had also cast this warding wind. Now we have a nice token for it all around him. That is making it difficult. The gas spore was trying to slowly float its way towards Omarin, but slow progress with this wind that's raging all about him. Yes, and so Kylum and Sweetness had dispatched the last of the magma bats in the southern chamber down here. And yes, they are close to the only exit, or only passage that will lead further into the shrine, from what you all can tell. So, since the gas spore is still active, will still be an initiative, so it is Omarin, the captain, up first.
Start us
So-
off, Cap.
Yeah, does Omar the captain know what happens when you burst these gas bubbles?
I believe you had gotten a fairly good nature check. Yes, a 21, I believe. So, yes, dealing any damage to a gas spore causes it to explode, releasing its poisonous and fungal spores, hazardous to anyone in a pretty decent range. However, your
warding wind keep those blown away.
I think it will, as long as as long as it's between you and your companions as well,
Cool.
of course.
So, sort of for that, I will move directly into the gap, which I think is here. Pretend the warding wind moved with me. And the sound of this wind is like deafening. It's just
Right.
sort of whirling around, and you can hear it everywhere in this thing. And Omara knows that all he has to do is sort of like pop this thing with the littlest bit of a pinprick. So he is going to use a bit of a cantrip thorn whip. See if he can hit it.
And easily, your Thornet strikes out, and this eye monster just bursts in a bunch of like fleshy, or not fleshy, but like mycelial bits, right? Just bits of fungus flying everywhere, and you see this yellow-green gas just go all over the room, but your wind sort of keeps it away, and it slowly sort of just settles to the ground inside of this chamber.
Nice.
So we can drop from initiative at this point.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
am
let's
going
reconvene.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the wind on Zach and sort
Okay.
of move back down here to hold this breach, just in case any of the bats show up. I kind of want to like push them, keep them at bay for as long as the warding wind will last.
Sure, sure.
Cannot move the token, but we will.
Well, meanwhile, while all this was going up in the northern chamber, what about Sweetness and Kylum? What were you guys up to? I'm sorry, Mark, you didn't get an introduction.
Yeah. So, by the way, I'm here too. I realized last time I sort of cut out, but I'm Kylum. I didn't go to Gen Con, and I don't have any fun stories, but my internet is hopefully working this week, so that's good. So yeah, I guess what I'm looking forward to this week is learning what the hell was going on last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I guess to further that goal, I will look around. Oh my gosh, there's some guy over there across the lava thing.
That was that was Valisto. He's basically, he was going to wait sort of near the entrance to guide you back as long as it seems safe for him to do so.
Oh, Ballisto, you startled me there. I didn't recognize you for a second. Thank you for staying there. I guess we'll keep exploring.
He just
so I guess
nods
yeah.
stoically at you.
We will keep exploring. Have we been in this region over here to the west?
No.
All right.
No, sir.
Well, then that's the way to go.
Yep.
All right,
We had been
who's
headed that way, fleeing from the last of the bats.
the bats? So did Sweetness and Kylum, did you guys go out there first before the rest of the party caught up
I
to you?
imagine we would have fully
Yeah.
gone into this
Okay.
space to get away from the bats.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So when you guys do, so everyone else stay chilling in this chamber. So you guys emerge into the hallways here. Remember, these are tunnels of obsidian, right? Totally, carved out by ancient magma flows. the lizard folk have worked some of the stone here, but some of it is also raw, and it sort of just reflects the light. I believe Sweetness, are you carrying a torch here?
I was carrying.
Okay. So Sweetness's torch, reflects off the dark obsidian, creating this almost eerie, just iridescent red and orange light that is constantly shifting. But as you two emerge into this chamber, Sweetness especially, you smell, something other than the constant odor of sulfur and phosphorus. You smell like sweet herbs, and maybe even the hint of coconut coming from the chamber or the tunnel to the southwest,
Right.
towards
They
the.
can see sort of Sweetness's nose perk up a little bit, and I'll start wandering, carefully, I think, this way, and he says, the air doesn't smell so foul down here.
Yeah.
What could be in a chamber like this that, gets us away from the sulfur? That's kind of weird.
A star.
I guess I've never smelled the star before.
It's like stardust, it's fallen, and it's in fact, Claire Danes.
Claire Danes?
What are you talking about?
From
Stardust.
Stardust. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like the movie?
Yeah.
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 Oh.
It's best we not talk much about that movie.
I only read the book. I don't know the movie.
Well, so as you round the corner here, you see this shimmering, almost oasis with all this blue motes of light being reflected from the water.
Fucking Danes.
And as you go a little bit farther, you see now a bunch of palm trees surrounding 3 small pools that are giving off, steamy vapor. Seems to be some sort of natural hot spring.
Oh my. What steamy vapor?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you do see an exotic bather.
An exotic bather? Wow.
Sweetness averts his eyes, and it's like, oh my god, maybe turning to who's nearest?
Kyle.
Is this the order that folks are in?
Well, so
You and me. You and me
it was
here.
just you and Kylam for now. So you turn to Kylam, but as you do, both of you could make a wisdom saving throws.
Oh boy.
Kylam, you have
I knew it was too good to be true.
Kylam, you have advantage.
Normal.
Gee, I wonder why.
Who needs it, huh?
Okay.
Kylam
Not my
needs
greatest
it.
saving throws.
So Sweetness, you're able to avert your eyes partially because of your own embarrassment, right? You're like, oh, well,
Yeah.
But Kylam, you
No shame.
You seem to just can't take your eyes off of this woman, and in addition, right, this whole environment sounds just so inviting, or feels right. The air now has this nice. She seems to have put like herbs right in the hot spring itself, so all of these essences of different plants are suffusing into the air. You are just feeling really into.
I'm
having a hot
imagining
spring.
Sweetness sort of turning around, because what I was gonna say was like, I suspect there's some strange magic afoot, and then looking at Kylan, and Kylan's looking past him like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It probably
You're
it probably
giving me
makes-
like a look like, what are you doing, you idiot? And I'm just like, it's Get
It
out of here, sweetness.
It probably makes Kylam want to derobe, like take his armor off, starting with his helmet.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
So, yeah, I just like start pushing past sweetness,
I-
oblivious
I'm
to.
I'm trying to stay in front of him, and I'm like, Kylam, I don't think this is a good idea. Guys, and I'll start hollering for the.
Well, we're all deafened, so sorry.
Right, that's
Oh,
true.
brother.
Well, I assume some of you don't stand in the wind.
I honestly don't think I would have.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'll be like,
Sure. Yeah. Even while
"Yes,
you're pushing and
okay."
fighting back, right? I don't care. I'm not interested. It's like sweetness.
You're just,
Just,
like, walking
go
ahead.
go take a break, sweetness. Go go see how the others are doing.
I'm like pushing against your.
And it's almost as if you don't even see Sweetness, right? It's
Yeah.
like he
I'm
is
just
just
like-
beyond your, beyond your field
I'm
of
like-
vision.
I'm pulling, trying to peer into your visor.
And
just push aside casually as I go past.
yeah, and so the bather, she's like, oh, it's so wonderful to have guests. I spend so much of my time in this hot spring by myself that
I'm rapping on Kylam's helmet. I'm like, Kylam, I really don't think we're. Thank you.
it's just so nice to have company to share this wonderful place with. I know we'll have to abandon it soon, but you can, come and join me while it's still here.
Of course, milady. I would love to join you. I rarely get the chance to experience such beauty.
Kylam. I'm hollering to the other, to like Baroness.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Captain, does anyone
You could
else?
even like run off and get them. I mean, there's no rule saying you have to like stand right there.
Well,
Right,
I'm
it's
not
basically-
standing there. I mean, we don't have to move our tokens, I think, for this. I'm theater of the mind. I'm
Yes,
walking.
yes.
I'm in front of you, trying to prevent you from. I'm obstructing you.
I get it. You want him to leave just you two alone. Very
Oh, I'm sorry.
clever.
Was I too subtle?
All right. Well, I don't know if we're in initiative or what. But
No,
I'll
yeah.
run in there once I hear the yelling. Baroness will be like,
All right.
As Baroness comes around the corner, I'll be like, shield your eyes.
Well, Varanus,
Ah.
you start to feel the ease and the, you start feeling the effects before you even come into the hallway where Sweetness
Oh,
and Kylam
boy.
are. So I need a wisdom saving throw from you as well.
okay.
Kylam, you are stepping closer and closer. Oh, you feel also extremely compelled to take your
Oh.
ease. Yeah.
I wonder. I think I have one of my D4 blessing things, I believe, from my book. I may want to use that right here.
While he's doing that, I want to. Do I get the sense? Could I do like?
Well,
I'm trying to get a sense of the condition that.
sure.
Do I really get the sense that he cannot see me? That
Charm. Like, come on.
yeah.
Right.
I
Well,
know.
yeah, right. You definitely, you for sure notice that, yeah, magic is afoot, right? His mind is affected by this creature, and then she calls out, "Why don't you come and join your friend? There's plenty of room for everyone." And she casts a suggestion
Oh my
on
god.
you.
No.
Okay, so let's see. I have to.
15 DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Story
you didn't
points?
bless me perchance, did you? Bungo. Or anything that I don't remember. I think I probably will. A story.
Well, I don't get why you're fighting this so hard. It's just a pretty lady.
And
gonna use this
relaxing
story point.
fools.
Right.
All right.
This seems like the easiest adventure we've had.
So I'm gonna say that, again, just to flavor it, if it works, I'm really fortifying myself, against this. I know that I shouldn't trust my mind, in this moment, So here goes. Oh,
Yeah, baby.
Very nice. All right. So what do you say in response, or do you say anything in response to her?
I think I'm
call?
imagining, I think he's more engaged with how he might be able to disenchant Kylam. And I'm imagining more of him like sort of like, like shaking it off, like feeling that urge. Maybe he even starts to like, and then he's like, no, no,
Right,
slapping
right.
his face, pinching his cheeks. And I was wondering if I could, I don't know what kind of check this would be, but I'm not a magic wielder. And I'm wondering if, like, by, say, inflicting pain, or, like, if I could, like, a really, noxious odor or something, might be able to dispel, or wake him up or give him a chance maybe to make another saving throw or something like that. If not, then that's fine.
It is difficult to do so. Well, yeah, even taking damage doesn't always, or being injured.
If I think I'm seeing that he's really engaged. Maybe after shaking it off, could I try something? So does she suggest something in my mind? Is that how it works?
Well, no, she verbally says it, and then yeah.
Okay, could I try to deceive her like I have been charged?
Oh.
Nice.
Excellent. Yeah. I'll even give you advantage on it because of the 20 you got with the saving
Okay.
throw.
So I'll do a deception.
Sure.
That's
right?
clever.
This is not my strong suit. But Sweetness turning and being like, maybe I will. Okay, 14.
All right. Let's see. She's very good, very good. Come.
Okay, and give me 1 sec, because I'll tell you what I think I want to do. I just need to check my quest notes real quick.
Sure. Well, she sort of steps to the side a little bit, sort of slowly getting up from the seated position she was in, allowing her flowing, humid, sticky dress to cling as she takes a few steps beside the pool and sort of brushes back some of the palm fronds and says, "Enter right in this way."
So, can you remind me? So I know that the Infernus urchin spines
Yes.
that I have. What exactly is the effect of those?
I think I forgot to give you those. Basically, you can make a ranged attack with them. They basically function as a dagger. They deal damage and have the range of a dagger. Except they also require a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, or the person becomes poisoned.
Does the poison have any particular effect?
No.
Okay,
Except
I didn't.
these spines can be used as a curative for pretty much any poison condition.
Okay. If it had an additional condition, I was thinking about maybe trying to employ that. But basically, I think I'm going to try to get close, and then I'm going to attack her.
Well, yeah, so Kylam and Sweetness are moving in. Varanus, you're also start sauntering forward.
I am entranced.
Yes, you're just very, just more and more as you're moving down this hallway, you're just feeling yourself relaxing, right? This place makes you relax. So, and what about Captain and Bungo? You're both still in the warding wind, or the captain you have to be, obviously. Did Bungo leave the warding wind, or when Varanus starts walking out of the chamber, do you guys follow? You're muted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will follow Varanus out.
No, Marin will definitely come in, but he's worried about the bats, so he's just like he doesn't have a lot of situational awareness, but he's kind of just going for it.
Well, I'm sure the windstorm around him doesn't help either. It's like...
That's what I mean. That's where
Yeah.
his lack of situational awareness comes from.
Right. Bungo, make me a wisdom saving throw, if you please.
Sure.
Omarin, you can make a saving throw as well, but of course with advantage.
And then fancy elves.
Yeah.
This might surprise you guys to learn that wisdom is not my strength.
Well, of course, it wouldn't be your strength, it's your wisdom.
All right, sweetness. The entire party
Oh my god.
has...
This enchanting woman.
This is how it ends. This is
I
how
have
it ends.
advantage. I clicked that button wrong.
Oh, you
Cast
did, you
five
did.
Colors.
Oh, okay, all right.
Thank God.
All right, so Omarin, yeah, you feel as you're walking around with this windstorm, something is trying to, and it affect your mind, but you sort of see that magic sort of incoming, and you just sort of step to the side a little bit, right? And then your mind just shifts and can't get a grasp on it. So yeah,
has some advantage, some experience with sort of sirens of the sea coming out and trying to tempt people. He's used to this after his many years as an elf. This is not new to him.
Sure. So you see, by this time, Kylum, how close have you gotten to the...
Oh, I mean, I've been going this whole time. Like,
You've
obviously,
been going
I haven't
the whole
slowed down
time,
at all.
right.
Yeah, like, and Sweetness, Skilly's been sort of distracted by his own suggestions and stuff, and whether he's faking it or not, I don't think he can fake it and get in my way. So at this point, I'm just, like,
I'm playing
hello,
this
pretty lady.
I'm like moving a little faster than you are.
Well, do you actually try to stop him at all? Like, grapple him or anything like that?
Well, not right
Yeah.
now, because right now
Okay.
I'm playing along.
Right, because if you're
I
not
see,
doing that,
that's
I'm
right,
just going
that's
to slip
right.
past you. Like, if you're not going to stop me, I'm...
Well, but I again, imagining if this is all
Yeah, but like, I've walked down the streets of a city before. I get that people can be in your way. You can just go around. It's not a big deal. You can just... Slow walkers are a problem, but you know what? It's just...
Is this a race to get to her now?
Well, basically, is Sweetness basically gonna, jump and attack her before Kylum...
I'll wait to... Well, I mean, here's the thing. If I see that Kylum's gonna get there before, then I'm just gonna
Don't you want to see your friend out of his armor?
Sweetness, actually? I was like... maybe I'll let Kylum get to her first. I'm like, he is due for a prostate exam. My medical records. So if he beats me to him, that's fine. I'll kind of use him maybe as a distraction. In fact,
Wow, such incredibly fast change of heart. Like, it's like 0 to 10, like no time flat.
All right, so Kylum, you come up and she gently, runs a finger down your armor, right, all the way down your chest. She's like such a strong elf. But you don't smell very good, I'm afraid to say. You could really use a dip in here. Why don't we get you right in here?
Oh, my apologies, lady. Of course.
So she indicates you to get in the water. Get in the water right there.
I mean, this very charming lady makes a great suggestion. I should get in the water.
Cool. If they're close, and like that might be the moment I would try to, if she's sort of engaged with him, that I might try to get close enough to attack.
Whoa. What are you gonna attack this nice lady for?
What do you do?
Well, yeah, Varanus and Bungo, you guys are slowly coming in, taking in all the exotic aromas and everything.
You guys jealous that I'm here first? Huh?
A little bit, yeah.
The woman, she reaches out to Kylam and she, basically is sort of tugging on you to step deeper into the pool.
I mean, I do. 1 foot after another, just very slowly, like, walking into the pool. I guess Sweetness said he probably wanted to do something here, so...
Yeah, there is, a moment.
All right, why don't we just roll initiative and see how that shakes it out.
Don't forget to select your token, everybody.
And I need to turn the initiative on.
Oh, do you have it?
Yeah, I got it. It's good.
Okay. Well,
we'll pull up the
Bungo?
I'm really laying it on a little thick, trying to deceive her that I'm so charmed. I'm like,
what's wrong with you?
All right, so Kylam, yep. Wow. You take a step forward and make me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, because I just have no hesitation, right?
Yeah.
I'm just, of course, getting right in. It makes total sense.
Yeah.
I reach.
It's a hot spring. I mean, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's get in there.
Let's get in there.
Well,
Pretty good.
yeah, it's maybe not good enough.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah. Unfortunately, down you go. You, from all external appearances, it seems like you slip quickly beneath the water surface. But to Sweetness and Omarin, you suddenly sort of almost vanish into the water, like almost as if you were passing through some sort of illusion. And then the sound of crunching bones hit as Kylam, you fall 30 feet, taking 13 falling damage.
God,
Jeez.
what is this hellhole?
Very amusingly, that actually does put me at 0, or a -1, actually.
Oh, no.
Because apparently I hadn't quite realized I had taken some damage last session. So.
Oh, if you wanted to have healed yourself.
Man, it goes how it goes.
Okay. All right.
-1.
So you hit, Sweetness and Omarin, you're sort of the only ones that see or hear anything of what really happened to Kylam. You hear the crunch of his body hitting like a stone floor. But
Dang.
Bungo and Varanus, you're still very like, oh man, this looks great. This is the place to be.
Yeah, Sweetness does a little like.
Oh, that sounds like a tibious major breaking.
Yes, why don't you come join your friends? Come, don't be worried. And you, Sweetness, I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Can you just get to her already? I just want to stab her. I'm really taking my time. Okay, here I go. Wisdom. And all of that for fucking nothing. All that was pointless.
Well, I'm gonna say because you announced you were doing this, like, as it happens, we just got order of operations. You sort of leap forward, right, as
I'm charmed.
as she's speaking to you.
Kiss her and stab her.
So I'm gonna say you can make an attack with disadvantage before the charm sort of takes full effect.
Fair enough. Oh, funny. Okay, come on, baby. Take this.
Natty 1. A crit and a 1.
Uh-huh.
She
Wow.
just as you. What weapon were you coming in with?
I was thinking probably because I was trying to be stealthy. Actually, I should have rolled something differently, but it wouldn't have mattered. I missed anyway. I should have rolled for. I was thinking a dagger. That I would have just tried to, something subtle.
Sure, sure. Well, she, as you're coming in, your muscle action is just slowing as the charm takes effect, and she just brushes your hand with the dagger aside. Your palm just opens, and the dagger falls away into this pool. Or so it looks like. Omarin, you see it just, again, the dagger falls and disappears. And so she's like, oh, you don't want to get all your equipment soaking wet, all your precious herbs. You should probably disrobe before you go in. But well, you took your turn, with the attack and the moving there. So that would be for your next turn. Meanwhile, Veritas, also being beckoned forward here.
Yeah. Yeah, I go toward her. I think I get all the way to her. I probably go and move Sweetness out of the way.
Excuse me.
But yeah, does she tell me? I mean,
oh, she's also beckoning you in. She's like, oh, a dragonborn, I see. Well, you're gonna have a little hard of a time getting the full benefits of these pools because of your fiery blood.
And yeah, I just look entranced, smiling at her.
Why don't you? I think you should join your friend in the other pool there. I think that's the best thing.
Does she look toward this one here?
Yeah. Which Kylam hasn't resurfaced yet, but you just assume he's, having a good time down there.
Yes. I wonder. If I were to say, Zach, use a story point, would that give me a lucky glimpse down into the water that maybe Kylam is struggling down there, give me a chance to see through this in some way I may not normally, or...
Well...
Just tossing a spitball out there.
Why don't you give me an investigation check with if you want to spend that story point?
Yes, I'm down. It feels fitting. The more of us we can get out of this, probably the better.
All right.
Okay, investigation, right?
Yeah.
But I just roll it straight up, right?
Right, because basically the story point is offering you the opportunity. No, unfortunately, you look down into the water and it is just so. I mean, there's bubbles, right? There's different substances that are mixed in. It's a little cloudy, but you don't see Kylam, so you're like, wow, it must be deep and nice down there where he can sort of just hang out.
Yeah. In I go.
All right. Dexterity saving throw, please, with disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Actually, I'll give you no disadvantage on this because you spent that story point before and you were a little bit looking.
Okay. Oh no.
And Varanus plummeting down 30 feet. Your driftwood shield, right, thunks heavily against the stone. As you're groping around, you feel Kylum, the metal of his armor is recognizable. But you also feel there are other bones and maybe armor scraps and who knows what else down here. But you're surrounded by a thick mist. Yeah. And so you can't, it's hard to tell anything, make out anything for sure, except as you look up, you see almost the backside of an illusion, to put it one way, right? So you no longer see, there's no water, you're not in water, right? There's no water around you, there's no water above you, but you do see like this shimmering magical like film across the top of the hole.
And I see it that way. I don't see it as water, right?
Correct. But you are still, you're still charmed, right? You're still, enchanted, but you're seeing through some sort of illusion that was also there.
I think it seems like a good time for me to use my bonus action to use my second wind. As I recover, try to refocus here, and recover. Oh boy. A little bit. And does it feel like I'm floating or on solid ground? Or...
You're on solid ground. You're on solid ground. Yeah, you're basically in a pit, right? You're in a pit. Yeah. The walls are pretty sheer, right? Made out of this obsidian rock. Again, you're surrounded by these fumes, but you can see a little bit and feel that there are corpses of some sort down here.
Can I tell that Kylum is down right there?
Yeah, he's not responding to your...
Yeah, I think I maybe nudge him and I'm like, what do you make of this? And then when I see he's like in trouble, I'm like, Kylum? And I think I've used all my sort of action and bonus action and whatnot, but I'll like kind of kneel down next to him and kind of go to his aid here if I feel compelled to do that despite being charmed. We'll see.
Yeah. Cool. All right, Captain, you've now seen two of your crew just disappear into the ground, and Sweetness being seduced, and Bungo moving steadily in.
Thinks to himself, yes, he says to himself under his breath, young men and their lust, moves forward, basically to here, as far as he can get, and then yells, men of the cerulean wind, do not fall for the vile machinations of this cruel temptress. I've seen this before. Steal your minds. Stay out of the water. It is not your friend. That is my full action.
I dig it. Are you doing anything mechanical with that?
I can't because I took a double move.
Oh, right. Okay. Cool. But that's definitely going to give a bonus to people. Actually, why don't everyone who is charmed currently get a saving throw because of the captain's...
I will not take the saving throw.
Well, you're no longer charmed because you're unconscious, so that's okay. Yeah. Oh, Varanus still. Bungo.
Another wisdom save.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, hey! All right. Oh wait, Omarin, you would have had to have dismissed the wind for this to be effective.
They can't hear me, or it's hard to hear me.
They can't hear you. I'm pretty sure.
I don't doubt you as a DM. I'm now curious.
It deafens you and other creatures in the area.
They're not in the area.
Interesting.
I mean,
right. Right.
I guess that does make sense because we're down below.
Rules.
I mean,
rules.
if you don't want that to happen, Zach.
No. I'll let you leave it up because we'll go rules as written, and it'll be fine.
I'd sound. How would sound make it out of that?
Well, sound could still make it out. It's just sound can't reach his ear.
Inside
so do you know when you're downwind of something
from the outside, the wind whips it away.
No. So Blake, when you're downwind of something, you can hear it, but when you're upwind of somebody, it's hard for you to hear if they're downwind of you calling.
This is a vortex. This is like standing in a tornado. You can't hear anything coming from outside or inside. Like you couldn't yell out to me.
I think his voice might travel out enough. It'll be dispersed.
I think we can play it that way. I think that's a funny reading of the mechanic.
Well, Sweetness can take scientific objection to that.
It's like, fine, you can still be charmed.
So you're able to shout out of the vortex. So you see Bungo and Sweetness sort of shake themselves out of it. And Bungo Barleybrook, you realized that this woman who's still very, 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 very enticing had put a spell on you.
Put a spell on you.
Well, I don't find that very sporting, milady. I think your natural charms would have done enough.
I can't help what I am.
I see.
All right. Well.
What do I want to do? Is Kylum like super fucked?
Well, you can't see Kylum right now. Yeah, he is below the water or whatever.
Am I still seeing like these watery pools or whatever?
Yes, you're seeing the watery pools and the palm trees. Actually, everyone. You know what? Because of Omarin's whirlwind, right, that should be knocking around all these palm trees, right, and disturbing the water, but none of that is happening. The wind doesn't seem to affect this terrain at all. And suddenly, all of you suddenly see, there's been this film, this illusory film over this whole chamber. And these, all the palm trees and water is fake. All there is this low-lying, 1 to 2 feet of mist around the floor.
In some pits?
Well, no, they can't see the pits because of the mist.
Oh, but I meant, okay, right.
Though, Sweetness, you can sort of tell just by, you're next to a pit. Yeah. To your north. So the hallucinatory terrain illusion is dispelled. You all sort of now see through it, and you can see, as you guys look around and see all these things, reality is not what you thought. The woman looks around. She's like, you ruined it! You ruined it! Why? Why couldn't you just take a bath? You mortals and you... We can still have a good time, right? Yes, we can. Anyway, that's what she says. So what do you do, Bungo?
I'm afraid we cannot have a good time, milady, now that I have seen through your wiles. And I will hit her with a curse of the bard.
Curse of the Bard.
That'll be a wisdom saving throw from her.
All right. Wisdom save throw.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good save.
Yeah.
So it will be half damage at the very least.
All right.
So 6 psychic damage.
Nice.
Cool. All right.
And that'll be it for me.
And nothing else, right? Yeah. So yeah, you yell around Omarin's windstorm, and that seems to maybe like take your psychic sting out of that.
It's hard to whisper a curse across a battlefield when there's the raging tornado, you know.
Death saving throw for Kylum.
I don't follow. What do you mean?
Here we go.
Come
What's the worst
on,
that could
let's see the 20 right here. A 1.
Close.
Hey, all
There
right.
we go. We'll take that.
So fine. And Sweetness, give me an acrobatics check.
Nice.
Or athletics check.
Well, I slip into the hole.
No!
Oh, wow.
Aha!
Her frailness, unfortunately, you are able to keep your feet. So instead, she just slaps you for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
Pow!
She slapped the shit out of me.
Went fucking Will Smith on your ass.
Yeah, she did. Wow, she slaps the shit out of me. I do a 360.
She's like, see what you did. This was gonna be such a fun time. But it's your turn, Sweetness.
Okay, well, I'm gonna slap her right back. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do my critical analysis.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna attack her and probably use a maneuver. Oh, wow. I just remembered a maneuver that I could have used whenever she tried to charm me. So I'm gonna roll. So that was my basic attack.
All right, that is a hit.
Okay, and I'm gonna use a maneuver, one of my dice, to do a lacerating strike. So when I hit a creature with this attack, I can spend a superiority die. I'll add that number rolled to the damage, and the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or take 1d4 necrotic damage at the end of each of its turns for 1 minute, or until another creature stops the bleeding.
That seems real good.
All right.
So let me do that. Whoops. Roll d6, and I'll add d4.
Oh, actually, she lost concentration. So
Let's go.
Varanus, you are also no longer charmed.
Ugh.
So yeah,
Just
you're.
doesn't- Oh,
Yeah.
good.
No, it's okay. So d6 plus d4 plus 7. So
Yes.
11
And
total.
then if he fails the Constitution save, she'll take a
Right.
d4 at the end of each of her turns for 1 minute until she stops the bleeding.
Constitution 15.
What is my d6?
Probably 8 plus your
probably
proficiency bonus plus your
14, I'm
dexterity
guessing.
modifier.
You want to go ahead? I say I'm going to look on the scholarship.
I think it's 14, but yeah. All right,
think
Varanus,
you're right.
clear, shaking yourself clear at the bottom of this pit, surrounded by corpses. or more like bones rather than corpses.
Yeah.
As well as Kylum, and you're looking, the pit is 25 feet taller, than you, right? You're 30 feet down in the pit, so...
I just look up and I let out a, draconic growl, a roar, and then I'm gonna kneel down and see...
I wasn't quite down to my turn. I'm gonna move back behind.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, with the wind, using my mobility.
Yeah. All right. Good to do fairness.
Are you done now?
I am done.
No. Could I quickly try to see if Kylum has a healing potion on him? I know what they are. I've used them before, so I would hope that maybe I could notice if he has one and be able to maybe administer it to him if he does.
Yeah, I'd say you definitely would have noticed if he has one and where he generally... What does he say?
Okay. He says he doesn't. I don't either at the moment. But what I can do is try to stabilize him, right?
True. You could also potentially search the pit if there are corpses in here. There could be something of use.
Well, that's a good point. If all these people...
if you want to just try to stabilize him, that's fine too.
No. I actually like that idea a lot more. Thank you for reminding me of that picture, because medicine is not something he's really trained in, so I think it would make more sense if I am like... And I just sort of mutter under my breath, "Hang in there, Kylum." And I'll start looking around. Hopefully, see if I can find something here.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I guess the thing is for you to find the right thing, again, in this, this fog and mist that's hanging out down here. Oh, you also started your turn down here, so I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay. 10.
You are poisoned.
Oof.
That's too bad.
And take 1 poison damage.
Good.
Okay.
So yeah. So now you're starting to as you're getting harder breath. These fumes are burning your lungs. Right. These are like volcanic, corrosive fumes from all this volcanic activity. That is like really starting to burn your lungs. So now if you make any sort of ability check, you will have disadvantage.
Lovely. I'll try to find something useful down there.
All right. So give me an investigation check with
disadvantage due to the poisoning. All right, I need a lucky roll here, boys.
All right. Good enough, I think. Yeah. So as you're rooting around, you push aside a body with seems to have some sort of cloak on it. You pull up an arm that has a cool looking bracer, but that's not it. And then you find this little wrapped package, and you open it, and it's little things of whey bread, and they strike you as very similar to what O'Martin likes to conjure all the time.
Yeah, and I'll just rush over, sort of coughing as the, poisonous air, or at least I think that's what it is getting trapped in his lungs, and I'll rush over and administer some of the bread to Kylum if I can.
Sure, I'll say that can be your use an object for the turn. So Kylum,
and then yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you return to consciousness with 1 hit point. But
and I'm just oh, sorry. I just wanted to say, once he comes to, the out of focus image of me probably coming into focus, I'm just like, we've been charmed, and now we're stuck in this pit. We've got to get back to the others.
And Kylum, you hear and see Omarin's whirlwind cascading above this pit you're in.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's do that.
I should make you prone though. All right.
Can I see, like from down here? What can I see above, like the exit?
So, yeah, you can see what's mostly above. Again, there's this mist that's slightly sort of almost like funneling down into the pit from the sides.
But I can still see like the edges. Like I can tell how high it is. I can tell like I can see the edges. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else for you, Baroness?
I don't know if I've used all my movement to search around this pit, but I guess the only thing I would do if I had any more movement would be to try to maybe climb up. I do have draconic claws from the
Does that give you a climb speed, or might?
It doesn't give me a climb speed, no. Or no than my normal. My climb speed would be.
As a climber, I can't say that would be an advantage.
My claws.
Having like
it's from the
yeah. Why don't we say for this, this type of terrain, your claws will provide advantage on the athletics check to climb. But of course, that's going to be canceled out by the poison.
Right.
So let's see what you can do.
Oh man.
Yeah, you start to climb up, and then your lungs like seize in on you, and then, this horrible screech of claw upon stone echoes up from the pit. And you make no progress.
Yikes.
All right,
that's my turn.
Yeah, Captain, your wind is raging around you. You saw Sweetness attack this woman.
Out of the raging wind, and Omarin's voice sounds almost ghostly and far away when everyone hears it. He shouts as loud as he can. Creature of charms, you have no quarrel with my crew. Come to me and we shall dance to the doom of the volcano. And Omarin will attempt to pull the bathing women towards him and into the pit.
All right. Interesting. So 17 is a hit. And
10 feet towards me.
10 feet towards you. Could pull her into Kylum's space, basically. All right. Well, that's what you want to do.
That is what I will do. And when she falls into the pit, does she fall into the pit?
She falls into the pit.
I will say your feet are not as fleet as your tongue. You are the lesser answer.
She takes 13 falling damage.
Plus 4 from the whip.
Yep, got that.
Nice.
And she'll just make an acrobatics check to see if she lands on her feet. Yeah. So the woman, crashes down into the pit next to you, Kylum and Varanus, and is like, your friend up there, he's so rude. Whipping me. I didn't even give him permission for that, But she sees, that both of you are no longer under her, charm or anything, so she's seems a little bit worried. Anything else for Omarin?
Does the wind blow away the mist?
It sort of just churns it. I mean, it'll blow it away in the area of the wind, right? So the mist is gone in the wind's area, but elsewhere in the cavern, it just sort of spreads out and mixes around.
So with the remainder of my move, if I can sort of see where this pit is, I will sort of walk around to wherever the edge of the pit is, over her looking down.
Sure. I will throw that on the token layer. Like that? You guys see that? Yeah. Cool. And so you said you were going to do what?
Just move around to be like above where she is in the pit looking down.
I see. Gotcha. And why not? I'll reveal this one too. Okay. Also, by the way, you do notice that, yeah, there's another sort of exit to this chamber through this sort of wall to the north. All right. Bungo! So you can no longer see, well, the woman. She's fallen into the pit.
Where's the edge of the pit? Oh, I guess it's the red square there. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Can I see her from here?
You can see her, yes, through Omarin's windstorm. Yeah, you can see her down 30 feet in the pit.
Does the windstorm make it a challenge to shoot crossbows?
Yes.
I see. Are we talking like disadvantage?
Yes.
We're talking impossible, right?
Oh, is it impossible? I thought it was just disadvantage on ranged attacks. Let's see. Yeah, disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage, yeah.
Alright, well, I'm feeling confident in my skills, and I will fire a few crossbow bolts down at her.
Alright.
Alright, number 1.
Miss.
Miss. And I'll remember to click disadvantage this time. Number 2. 11.
Miss.
Miss. Okay.
She's like, oh, come on, little one. Shouldn't you just join us down here? We're having a wonderful time.
He can't hear her.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, she yells up anyway. I mean, you know, Baroness and Kylan hear her. Anything else for Bungo?
I'm debating Varanus. Do you feel like you could use, or Kylam, do either of you guys down there want inspiration?
Give it to Kylam since he has 1 hit point.
I don't know that it helps the hit point situation.
Yeah.
Probably if you're gonna give it to somebody, I would give it to Varanus, actually.
Might help with his
You
climbing.
guys are so nice.
Okay.
I'll give it to Varanus.
What do you do? How are you being inspiring?
Escape the pit.
Well, I look down over the pit. I see Varanus and Kylan are in a situation down there. And I'm like, take this for luck! And I pull off my giant hat with the feather, and I drop it down into the pit.
Ah, that's so cool. I love it.
That's dope.
In fact,
I like to think it lands on Varanus's head.
of course, absolutely. I'm gonna switch back over an inspiration point
Nice.
for that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so Varanus gets that inspiration. Oh no, that's a bonus action. And you fired your crossbows twice.
Oh, and I fired my crossbow. Can I spend my free inspiration to take an extra bonus action?
We'll say the your plucky firing was all the inspiration Varanus needed. Yeah.
He needs my hat though. It's way cooler.
Yeah. The yeah. All right. In the pit, Kylam, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw
Okie doke.
as you start choking on this gas.
Yeah, not jazzed about that. 11.
Ooh,
Damn it.
that is not it.
These aren't terrible rolls, but they're not good enough rolls.
Yeah. You take 3 poison damage
Oh, Jesus
Well,
Christ.
that is too much poison damage for me.
and are poisoned.
Okay, 1 HP didn't get me very far.
Yeah. Luckily, Varanus, you do have several, in fact. Varanus, roll me 4d6.
So yeah, I'm like swallowing the rest of the like biscuit he gave me, and then suddenly I start like choking, like spit it out, and I just immediately die again. God.
So you have 11 more of those biscuits.
There's no chance I could have administered more to him, right? I guess. That was all I
No,
could
that's not how they work.
That's it.
Okay.
Especially with this is dry, elven whey bread. I don't, it's the saltine challenge kind of thing. It wouldn't go well.
It turns up.
A Limbus situation here.
Yeah.
I see.
But it's her turn again, and she sees Kylum doing that. She sees the couple of you looking over the edge of the cliff, or edge of the pit, and she's like, you know what I haven't shown you yet? Dance. And she begins moving around in a captivating dance. Her again, her
like
very
that
yeah.
We're all like, okay, we get it. All right, look, at this point, you're
Well,
surely we won't fall for this again.
This dance is so captivating that's even stunning.
I see.
Yeah. Actually, so it doesn't even it doesn't target the people on top of the pit because it's only within 20 feet. So she's too far down. So Varanus, you are the only one who gets to make this wisdom save.
Okay. Oh man.
Oh, she's resisting the poison too.
That's too bad.
Yeah. So Varanus, you are stunned. Oh boy.
That fucked up.
For 3 rounds.
Oh.
Oh, that's brutal, man.
Remember when you are stunned, I don't think your speed is 0. Oh no, can't move. Never mind.
Ah. When Kylum's down.
And Varanus is charmed.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm charmed, am I? I can
Yeah,
look out of
you're
that.
stunned and
Oh,
charmed.
this dance charms him too. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
You do have. Oh, that I guess that the bardic inspiration isn't going to be enough either.
Probably not.
No. Oh no, you have advantage. Sorry, against charm effects, you do have advantage when you're in combat against the creature. So
okay.
roll with
Well,
advantage.
I'll give it another roll, and then maybe think about my
Let's say
bardic.
humanoids of all races and genders have disadvantage on the saving throw.
Ah, so it would have canceled out, which is ironic because I rolled the exact
Oh, wow.
same number.
Damn. Well, the
yeah.
fates.
Yeah, that is a powerful spell.
The fates have it.
is.
Okay. So stunned. Yikes. Well, you best come rescue your friends, boys. They're not long for this world. As she continues her dance, she's gonna try to climb up. Good luck. We'll see. Hey! Well, she climbs halfway out of the pit. So she's clinging to the side, out of the range of the wind thing. Yeah, sweetness.
Okay, so she's... Man, I was gonna toss a rope down to you, Varanus, but I can't.
You could. You just the rope would be dangling, and I'd be like,
hits it.
Well, when you're stunned, you're sort of just like, you're, yeah.
You're
Someone's
still
like-
useless.
Right.
You're dangling the rope like on
I'm like, I
like
have a little noose. I'm trying to lasso you.
I mean, you could try.
No, I was thinking, could I? Is the mist so bad that I can't see the floor at all?
You can sort of see it intermittently.
Have I seen or do I see a rock that I could pick up?
Sure. Yeah, there's rocks or, yeah.
Okay, I would like to pick a rock up, and I'm gonna come and I'm gonna drop it on her.
How big of a? Why don't you make me an athletics check in place of an attack roll to see how big of a rock you can get? Unless you want to
Well,
throw
I
a small
mean-
rock.
I don't want to throw a small rock, but
Okay.
I was thinking, a bowling ball sized rock.
Okay.
I'm not trying to pick up a fucking millstone.
All right. Why don't you just make me improvised attack?
Is that just like a strength?
Yeah, it'll be strength based.
Okay.
I'll say you have advantage for the height, but improvised attacks have disadvantage. So
just a straight roll.
just a straight roll.
Okay, and like I said, I'm just trying to drop
Yeah.
it and call.
Oh,
it a fall.
and you can use your insight, right? Your because you got to.
critical analysis.
Yes.
So you can use your intelligence, right?
Intelligence. Yeah. All right. So I'll try to aim this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
checking, making sure I'm away from the wind.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's lots of wind around here.
So would it just be, I guess, would I just roll my intelligence?
Yeah.
Yeah,
with
I think without
disadvantage.
your proficiency
Yeah.
bonus.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
There
Nice.
it is.
All right. So why don't you roll me a D6 plus your intelligence bonus?
There you go.
All right. And are you adding
Doesn't
any?
your
anything else to
critical
that?
analysis add something or?
It lets me use my intelligence.
Right.
That's
You're
the
not
plus
using
4.
any more maneuvers. Right.
I don't think for this I'm gonna use one. Actually, I might have. Let me see. What is a dazed? What does a dazed creature suffer from?
Dazed isn't a
Dazed?
condition in.
Does it?
Fifth
5e.
edition. Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
that's what
you're
it has
thinking-
here.
Well, yeah. Some of the third party must have.
Yeah, my dazed. All right.
How long
then
does it daze them for?
Oh, it says daze the creature, but then it says they shouldn't have put that. It says if the creature fails on a saving throw, they're stunned.
Mmm.
So actually, I will use this dazing. It's called dazing strike.
Right.
It feels
right.
appropriate for dropping a rock on somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this just when you hit a creature with a melee attack, just expend a superiority die, add the roll to the damage. They have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of their next turn.
All right. That first one was for her concentration.
Yes.
Oh, it fails on your
That's great.
stunning.
Does it
And
do extra damage too?
think
The superiority will, and I'll use because I'm using my critical analysis. I'll get
Yeah.
a D4.
Aw.
Ah! Wow.
Stunning is good, though. Man,
Stunning
stunning
is
is good. All right, Varanus, you are no longer charmed.
But I'm poisoned and stunned
Yeah.
for the next 3 rounds, so
In
I'll
a
catch y'all
poisonous
on the
atmosphere.
flip.
Right. Yeah. it's-
Yeah, I'll be seeing y'all.
Speaking of which, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. That is a failure.
Had pretty bad rolls today.
Yeah. No kidding. 3 more poison damage.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry.
did
Yeah.
that wrong.
But because of Sweetness's heroic actions, and now that she is stunned, right, her allure is no longer as alluring. I'm gonna let you save again, or make a new save against the stun effect.
Ah, now that she's stunned.
Yes, exactly. Like the disruption of her dance gives you the chance to snap out of it. So give me another
See if I
wisdom
can.
saving throw.
Or Constitution, was it? Or
I think it was wisdom for her.
oh,
dance.
right. That was for my.
Yeah.
That was for the poison.
Oh.
Man.
All right. So Varanus, you are just breathing poison very therapeutically down there.
So she's charmed, right?
No, she's stunned.
She's stunned. Okay. Does that mean she falls and takes some damage?
Nope. I mean, she's already down in the pit. She's just she can't.
Had climbed halfway.
Oh, right.
That's why I would drop the rock on her. Sorry,
I forgot about that. Yeah. All right.
Sort of siege tower rules here.
Right. So she fell for 3 more damage.
Zach, is it possible to slide down the walls of this pit pretty safely?
No, they are pretty sheer, steep, and obsidian, so they are not. Yeah, they're slippery.
Okay. So then Omarin is going to do something that is mechanically good but not very interesting, and come over here and lean down and hit her with a horn whip.
You do have advantage because she is stunned and prone. Ooh. So yeah, your thorn whip lashes down, but it just can't quite. It's you can't quite. It just barely reaches her, and yeah, can't get a grip.
End of turn.
All right. Bungo, what do you do with your 2 friends down in the pit? You do have clear shots on her.
Okay.
She is not in the wind.
Great.
Might be a good opportunity to use your precision shooting, or
Yeah.
But
Wait, you saying power attack?
all right, well that's what I was implying, but it's up to you, of course.
Can I power attack with my offhand?
No, you have
Or
to
is
do
that-
it at your first attack for the round, and it
Gotcha.
applies to, I believe, all attacks of the round. Yeah.
Okay. Well, does a 12 hit her?
A 12 does not. Stunned though she is. Sorry, you should have advantage.
Yeah, that gives you advantage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, you have disadvantage selected. So you hit.
Yeah. Okay.
for
So
4.
that's a 20, baby.
Yeah.
Nice.
What else you got?
That's a 13.
That is a hit. 2 more.
There we go.
Nice. Pa.
Kylum. Death saving
Yeah.
throw
Here we go
Oh, yeah.
again.
and a Constitution saving throw.
Why not?
That's brutal.
How many deep are these? Are you in? How deep are you in?
This is his first fail.
Yeah, it's the first fail.
Okay, cool.
I would let you know if it was like a problem.
Yeah.
Like,
But you do fail the Constitution
Jump
saving
down here,
throw.
break your legs, and heal me.
okay.
Yeah.
So I take.
Well, you
With
take 1
poison.
more poison damage, but when you take
Yeah.
damage and are
That's
already
another
at 0, it's another fail.
Okay, so now there's a problem.
Oh, okay.
So Kylum is now 1 death saving throw away.
Yeah.
And Varanus is, teetering over him. Bungo's doing the best he can with his shooting, but it is her turn again. She is stunned. It was only for 1 turn that she's stunned, I believe.
Let me double check. I believe so. She is stunned until the end of her next turn. Yes.
Okay, so she's still prone, but you can see her starting to come back to her senses as Sweetness
It's my turn. Okay. Do I see anything that I could perhaps secure a rope to?
Sure. There's,
Okay.
rocky, yeah, little pillars or. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If I can find something, I would like to secure my rope around it and then begin the process of, descending down into
Yeah.
the pit.
Since you're going down, I'll say you can get there, no problem.
Hold your breath.
Yeah, I'll take a deep breath before I
All right.
drop down there. Okay, so what do I have? If I'm having to tie up, do I have an action or anything, or just a bonus action?
I'd probably say just a bonus action.
That seems fair to me. Okay, I don't know that I can do anything with my bonus action that will be of use at this moment.
All right. Varanus.
I do have a question though while it is
Sure.
my turn. The kind of poison that is affecting us down here, is it perhaps one that the urchin things might counter? I was
from
thinking
your
like that.
investigation,
I'm
yes.
probably overthinking this.
No, they're pretty much a poison panacea.
Okay.
Right. They are unique and special for that reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any chance?
Maybe you use a hand action.
I was gonna say use a bonus action to stick Varanus.
Yeah, why not?
Kylam, are you also poisoned?
He is,
Yes.
but he's also unconscious and dying.
But wouldn't getting rid of the poison mean I'd be making one less save a turn?
No. The poison
Okay,
is.
never mind. Because
You're making.
even though it's a gassy area. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't matter for me.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just
Matters much in general.
just prick him, and then I'm ready next turn to try to help Kylam.
Right.
If he if he doesn't die on his
Yeah,
step.
we got to be a little faster on this, by the way. If there's somebody listening this round,
Well, I have pricked Varanus. So
Varanus. Right.
What does he feel?
Well.
Okay.
He still feels it.
Am I allowed to move or do anything?
Well, you're still stunned. But were you holding your breath? Because you said to him, hold your breath, so... is Varanus holding his breath?
Oh, I would love to if I can. I don't know if I'm... Yes. I would be doing everything possible to combat this poison here.
Well, because you are stunned, this is... why don't we... Yeah, I'll say you can still do it. Fine.
What?
You are a wizard. You've got a strong mind. You're able, even though you're stunned, to hold. You force yourself not to breathe while you're stunned, so you're not inhaling and getting another chance at that poison. Yeah.
But I'm not allowed to do other actions, right? Like administer the good berries or anything like that.
Yes.
Am I allowed to speak?
No, technically. I mean, I said you spoke before, but technically not.
Okay, then my bad. But yeah. So,
oh no, and
right.
can speak. Never mind. So you can speak while stunned.
Then I'm just like trembling, unable to do it, like wobbling around, and I'm like, good berries for Kylam. And I try to make that clear to Sweetness that I have these. I found these healing berries, but I'm in no state to administer them to anyone right now.
I know.
All right.
Understanding.
And I'll catch you on the next go around.
Captain, your crew is in dire need.
Only you can save us.
You're surrounded by idiots.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, this the vile temptress.
This is why he's the captain.
Yeah, this is why Amaran's in charge. With the rope, I can pretty easily get down there.
Yes.
Okay. So Amaran is gonna head to where the rope is.
Right, come down there.
Yeah, slide down.
Get rid of the fucking warden.
Are you still doing that?
Because it's going to blow away all the poison that is.
Smart.
Those bad kids. And then
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's almost like I know what I'm doing. The captain is going to go basically next to Mark, to Kylam, in the pit, He's going to hold out his hands like this. He's going to make some good berries. A whole handful of them. Just
Oh my
sort of
gosh.
dump them in Kylan's mouth and just sort of like push his chin up and have him chew a little bit.
Like I'm a little baby bird, you know?
That's a good lad. Swallow your berries.
Well, not like one at a time. This is like handful, like shove them in. It's not.
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
But it's
Nothing
it's
about
just
good,
lifting
but-
up a little part of his helmet
Yeah,
to
right.
like put the berries.
Yeah. Just shove 'em
Queen
under
just
the bottom,
totally
stick it
tries to catch a little peek.
and then that will, and anybody in range is there's no more fumes down here.
Right,
and
right,
that
right.
will be the captain's turn.
Well, so you have
Let's
you'll have
go.
10 HP, Kylam.
Okay, so mechanically I'm looking at Goodberry, and it looks like it's an action to use one berry.
Yeah,
So, I mean, look, guys, I only need one.
it's true. It's true. He only needs one, especially.
I think rules is written it's just one.
Yeah.
I think it's funny
Oh,
to do a
okay.
bunch, but like that's
You
more
can
of
do a
visual
bunch
gag.
once the scene is over.
Yeah, as a visual bit.
All right. So, Captain in the pit brought the wind. Bungo, the only one left on top.
The only one that brought bloody ranged weapons on this adventure.
Well, she is she is within the radius of the wind, so range attacks will have disadvantage against her. If you want to continue doing that.
Up on down and punch her.
I mean, that's definitely not gonna be great.
So far, our most effective strategy was dropping a rock on her, so I don't know about that.
Did you not bring melee weapons?
Or something.
No, I've got a melee weapon. I'm just not gonna jump down this stupid fucking pit to hit her with it. That seems
It's what all the
dumb.
cool kids are doing.
I'm all the way up here. I don't need to be down there.
Use magic on her.
You idiots are gonna have to climb back out.
Well, when
you know
I'm
what?
not poisoned, stunned, and charmed, I have a strong feeling I can get out okay.
I'm just going to unleash a string of insults against this woman's false beauty.
Your dance sucked!
It's just a good old-fashioned vicious mockery.
I have heard better insults from a chicken.
Wow.
What?
Damn.
How much damage does that deal to you? 'Cause, jeez.
But
Like, this chick is weird. She hangs out with chickens.
if you are down to throwing oh, she can't. You can't hear her. Never mind.
That's right. I don't have to hear
Oh no
your
no no!
insults.
Actually, you can because you're not in the radius because you're on the top.
Oh. Okay.
But if you're down to just hurling insults, maybe we can part ways without killing one another.
I think Kylan, you should fuck her up.
I mean, only Bungo can hear that, so you know.
Okay.
How do you
I'm
respond?
interested.
I'm not really conscious enough to fuck her up.
You better be frickin' loading a revolver behind your back while you say that, Ray.
I mean, I'm reloading the crossbows. Like, you know, keep talking.
Well, just if you allow me to climb out, I will take my leave.
Where are you gonna go?
Out of this volcano, because it's become too inhospitable.
Are you gonna leave this island?
Who cares?
Hmm.
What's
On
it
our
to
way
you?
out, we see her and Ballisto like all married and like shacked up on the way out.
Well, I'm okay with that.
Makes a strong argument.
But I don't think my buddies down there can hear you. But I'll let you go.
That's all I need, I think. All right. Well, Kylam, you no longer have to make a saving throw. You're still poisoned, but you no longer have to make a saving throw against more poison.
Okay.
You are prone.
So what does being poisoned do then in this context?
Gives you disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh, okay. Great. Wow.
Just
Why
most
would I make
things
one
you
of
would
those?
roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I am back up. What is the status of everybody else who's down here? Are you guys still poisoned or anything?
Varanus is only sort of still teetering in his stunned condition. Everyone else
stunned.
is fine.
I'm gonna be stunned for another turn, big dog.
Yeah. So it doesn't really seem like there's that much left to do here. I think that I am happy to just thank everybody for their help in getting me out of this godforsaken little pit. And then I will climb out. Presumably with the rope that everybody's been using.
Well, going up is a little harder, of course, than coming down.
Well, good.
Yeah. But with struggle and effort, maybe a helping hand, you surmount exhausted, hacking.
Yeah, I mean, I get to the top, and I do the arm thing with Bungo, right? I reach out and he clasps my arm, right, and can lift me up. Yeah.
Yeah, you see Bungo's
hand.
giant muscles, giant for a halfling.
Fling forearm.
Yeah.
Bungo could lift me easily. It's not a.
Yeah.
He's small.
That elves are light. Their bones must be hollow, I think.
Right, I think Bungo could hold a Kylum in each hand. It would be.
This is like when Wee Man, put Shaq on his shoulders and squatted him. It's that kind of thing. Which is a real thing that happened, from what I understand.
Incredible.
And so from here I can see that the Temptress lady. Do we know what she is? She's clearly something. Do we know?
No one's made any checks.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll make some sort of check.
Arcana?
See if I can figure out.
Or history?
Well,
I'll make a history check.
Sure.
yeah. Let's take some random stabs at some numbers here. See what we get.
All right, Bungo.
Never know.
Now that your mind is clear, you've been focusing on the attack, but now with her negotiating a little more, you've heard this kind of creature as a mirager.
Interesting.
Like a creature that creates mirages.
Right.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Normally, they usually are more in desert areas.
Right.
So this is a strange place for one, but being a fae, right? They could be anywhere.
I totally get it, right? Because it's normally you're in the desert and you need an oasis of water, but this is a volcano, right? Which is also an extremely hot place. I admire this fae's creativity. She was I'm not settling for the desert. I'm gonna find a way cooler place on the material plane. Unfortunately, she ran into us, but I respect the gumption.
When life gives you volcanoes, you make lava aid.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so you and I discussed this a little bit. I'm last thing I remember, there was this beautiful lady and these oases, these pools, and I stepped in one and I ended up down there. Oh, there she is.
You fool! This is but a mere mirager.
A mirage, of course.
Mirror.
I mean, you're right. No, you're an impressive magical specimen. Yeah, you've been tricked, my friend. As was I for a brief time.
Well, that's very embarrassing, to be honest.
All right.
So, should we, it seems as though we've escaped the Mirage's spell at this point. Are we going to just let her go?
I see no harm in letting her just inhabit the island somewhere else,
No, she's gonna fuck up our friend on the way out.
Well, remember, Captain, you can't hear the discussion.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
It's not your conversation.
This is between the bosun and the first mate.
I mean, I don't think she's gonna fuck up her friend on the way out. If I were to hear that sound coming up on the winds,
To be honest, I'm more or less concerned about her like hurting people, and more about her like telling people how easily I fell for her spell.
I don't think you have to worry about that either. I don't think
Okay.
she's. I mean, she might tell somebody just as like a part of her being charming to lure them in, but then she'll kill them. So
Yeah. She
That's
nearly
fair.
killed you. Just kill her.
What? I don't need to seek vengeance on this
right.
creature. You don't have to like. She's
You
just
don't have to do it out of vengeance.
Well,
why
speaking of which-
release her on the innocent peoples of the world? You know?
So
She's also innocent.
she starts sliding towards the rope.
Fuck
You know,
man.
staying back a little bit from the wind. She's eyeing you, Sweetness, because you know you. I'm guessing you still have one weapon drawn because you have the lembas in the other hand. Or do you look? Do you look like you're going to attack her if she tries to climb up the rope?
You can't hear anything, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
Yeah, I do look that way.
All right. Why don't
see,
you?
though, that Kyla, you know, yeah, if he's fine and he's gotten up and all that, yeah.
You're gonna attack her?
If she comes, yeah, I mean, if I can't hear anything, I don't know
Sure.
what's been going on. I'm like,
All right.
ah!
All right. Make it a attack roll.
This has got to be like one of those Uncharted. Like we've spent the entire session like in a warding wind where we can't communicate.
That is a hit for 9 damage.
Nicely done. That's a good one.
Okay. I don't actually think you know what?
That's well. I don't think you can do anything else because it's.
Oh, it's just attack of opportunity.
Attack
Okay,
of
yeah,
opportunity.
Yeah, sure.
So you hit her as she's trying to climb up, and so she just freezes, stops, right? Because she thought she had sort of a pass, you know.
Yeah, what the fuck, guys? Come on.
And she turns around and gives you
Can't even
this
hear it.
smoldering look.
Wow.
And she,
Smoldering.
of course, you can't hear
Right.
her, but right, she's like. And she leans in towards Varanus as he is there, so incapacitated.
Well, stunned, but yes.
Well,
Because
that's part of the
okay.
stun condition.
Oh yeah. Wow.
And she plants a huge kiss on Varanus.
Mm. Oh, I feel quite violated. Okay, creature must be.
Oh, thank God, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that not too bad. 11 necrotic damage.
Oh, that will take me down though, boys and girls. But yeah, I can't take any kind of actions, right?
Correct.
Right.
What a
yeah,
funny. That's a cool power.
Yeah. So she gets her little heroism.
Oh, I'm like, how dare you?
You struck me first. And then she proceeds to climb halfway out. So what do you do, Sweetness? You see Varanus has collapsed to the ground from this kiss.
I think seeing her do that. So how high up is she?
15 feet. So 10 feet above you.
10, 15 feet. Man, I kind of want to try to pull her down. I think I'm mad at her. I'll get you, Varanus, momentarily. Yeah, I think if I can, I would like to try to like grab her feet and pull her down. If that
All right.
requires climbing up a little bit and then like, you know.
Give me an athletics check. Yeah.
And screw it, I'm gonna use the story point to do that.
All right. She got a 14.
Jeez. Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. So your hands just sort of slide off of her slick skin, her nice moist skin, and you're unable to get a grip.
Okay. That'll be my turn. I'm gonna stay down here and help Baroness.
Death saving throw, Veritas.
Copy.
Success.
Good.
Omarin.
Why is there a +1 modifier? Probably from my cloak, huh?
Yes.
Oh no, from my tome. I think from my tome or something. One of the two. Anyway, that is correct.
I think it's the cloak.
Yeah.
Omarin is going to attempt to pull her back into the pit.
There we go.
All right. She falls down. Takes roll a d6 for falling damage.
Who falls?
She does.
The Mirager.
Thorn whipped her.
Yep. Back down. She can't really get pulled any closer to you, but
That is Omarin's turn. He yells to the crew, "Fuck her up!"
all right. Bungo.
Oh, Jesus.
You could.
And
You
so
could.
I just see them like her getting attacked by.
Yeah, now
Sweetness
she's
when
getting
she dropped
attacked.
Baroness. Yeah.
It's all gone.
So
to hell.
it's all gone to shit, Kylum.
I guess this isn't really my turn, but I will sort of start doing something that you may pick up on. So when I start signaling to the captain to take down the wind barrier thing so we could talk, I'm like making a point, like pointing at him, being like,
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, here's I see what you're doing, and I see that you're doing a terrible job of it. So I will try and take over. Can I make like a performance check?
Perfect.
To signal to the captain, and maybe I'll whip out maybe on the boat if we have like a flute or something, like a signal whistle.
What
maybe
about your
I'll
bone
try
flute?
and oh
dragon
yes,
bone
I've got
flute?
my bone flute. Yes, it's been so long
Which can
since I've
create
had
illusions,
occasion to
too.
use it. Yes. Okay, right. Give me a second to think. I forgot that I have a fucking flute that can make illusions. So yeah, so it'll make an illusion. No sound, right? It's just visual.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously
Like
I can.
one of the
I'm
two,
playing
I
the
think.
flute. Okay, I'll try and make just like a little mini tornado that like dances on the edge of the top of the pit, and then disperse it and just kind of like loop that like an animation, and I'll start playing music and try and like put in some calming notes into it that try and like cut through the windstorm.
I love it. So make me a performance check. Hey.
Uh-oh.
I mean, there's a windstorm going on.
Omarin's just not paying attention is what I imagine is happening here.
He definitely
Probably not even gonna
notices
listen
it,
to you
right?
anyway.
Omarin notices it, right? But it's his. It's not powerful enough necessarily to.
Not cutting through. It's not
Right.
getting through.
Well, it's his decision basically. It's not.
Of course.
Overriding his decision.
Of course.
Is what I'm. Yeah. Cool. All right. I am also giving you guys back an inspiration for that because I think that was very, very cool with the flutes. All right, Kylum. Now on the edge of the pit. She is still
Okay.
clinging to the rope. could pull up
but
the
the
rope.
thing is, Varanus is down though, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
But the doctor's down there too.
I'm concerned that the doctor may be more interested in vengeance than medicine.
You needn't be.
I needn't be.
No. I'm gonna say. Yeah. I know where my priorities lie.
Okay.
I
don't
knew
know what that means.
I knew I had at least one round where I was like, Chad's probably not gonna roll a 1.
Okay.
But I won't chance it again.
I guess I will delay until someone. I'll just delay for now. My basically what I'm waiting for is to see if like there's still continued hostilities.
Well,
Sure that...
she'll try to climb the pit again.
Does she provoke?
If you want.
I mean, she just fucked my friend over hard. If she provokes, I'm attacking.
All right.
All right. Oh, not advantage though. So probably miss either way.
Yeah. So by this time, now you need to pay attention to Kyle.
I was
You're
already getting
distracted.
my
Yeah.
equipment. I'm like, ugh.
And well, she's able with a dash to climb out. She's like, "Do we have a deal? Your friends don't seem to be holding up their end."
Of the deal we never audibly heard.
I know.
Uh,
That's funny.
how does Kyle and Bungo respond?
Oh, I mean, basically the same point of just like, hey, why don't you just get out of here quickly, before, they come back up. We can't really speak for them. I don't know that they are interested in, handling this peacefully.
We'll
But
try
if you-
and hold them back. You get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
But if you're not here in a minute or two, I don't think there's much anybody could do. So, putting that out there.
She's like, I appreciate your mercy, even though I was provocative.
Well, this was obviously all a misunderstanding, and your provocativeness was rather enjoyable. So, carry
Thank
on.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
I wouldn't forget in this pit there are several corpses from dark elves I seduced
Enticed.
so
Sure.
long ago. You'd be wise not to leave their gear unexamined.
We will take note of that. Thank you.
All right. Is anybody going to try to stop her before she leaves?
Well, if I get a chance to, I probably would.
You're dying. Fuck you.
But I'm saying,
Technically, Sweetness can revive him.
That's true.
yeah,
if you
yeah.
guys want
Why
to
don't-
stay
why
in
don't we give
initiative.
this one more round?
All right, Sweetness.
All right, go for it.
All right, am I up?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll use a healer's kit. Ooh, I'm getting real low on these. To revive you, I'm gonna give you 1d6 plus 4 hit points. Seven.
Okay.
You can also have additional hit points equal to your maximum number of hit die.
Which is 3, so I get 3 more. All right, so I get up and I'm just like, ugh, shake my head. I'll use, half my movement to stand up, and I just look. Can I see her from where I am? Do I see her?
No, it's because the pit is pretty sheer, right? 30 feet up. I'd say if you move to the row opposite from her, you can see her, but she will have cover on attacks. Right.
Okay. I will go over to here. I will dust off my cloak, and I will reach and grab a star off of it, and I will throw it at her.
Wow.
Wow.
All
so
right.
I believe that does a, which will automatically hit. I'm almost certain.
Yep.
And
it
I'm just
will.
like, enough of this, and I forget how much that will do.
I think it's cast. Well, we've
At
got
a pretty
the
high level.
yeah, we've got
Yeah,
the
the
item
items,
here. Lesser robe of stars. Show to the
Fifth
audience
level.
too. Yeah. So that means 7d4 plus 7.
Nice.
Wow, that is
That is
really.
a solid hit with a bunch of D4s.
So, Varanus, describe your.
I
killing.
just like reach back, and when I see her, my like I said, I dust off my cloak and I say that this has been enough, and I just throw, and the star, kind of the energy of it grows and illuminates, and I imagine it just sort of like goes like right through her midsection, just like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah, you just you blow a hole right through this fey creature, and she lets out this, terrifying, shrieking wail as she stumbles back into the cave wall and like slumps there with, the ichor still streaming out from that destructive blow.
And then I'm just like,
yeah.
I'll start climbing out.
All right, so everyone gradually makes their way out of the pit. Oh, well, or
I didn't mean
what does the
to go
captain
over
do
there.
at this point? Are you dispersing the wind?
Well, is the mist in the fumes still about?
Yes.
Okay. So the captain is going to search this area while the fumes are still being dispelled.
Right, because you can easily see, right, all the available gear and pick stuff up. Yeah. So you and Sweetness collect the gear.
Sure.
Curious to examine her now that she's dead. Does she actually look like how she looks? Was she herself a mirage? This is like a strange creature.
Yeah, well, she actually turns into. Her form sort of almost shrivels up into just a pile of a human-sized pile of sand.
Ha.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's again due to her native people, right? That is sort of their normal form are these like sand fey creatures.
Very
What
interesting.
did you say the name of them again was, Zach?
Mirager.
Mirager.
From the Tome of Beasts, if anyone's interested in at home.
Nice.
Very cool.
Okay. Why don't we take a short break?
All right.
And
Alrighty.
we'll be back in 5 or so minutes, everyone.
All right.
All right, y'all.
we go. And we are back. So, our crew has just defeated the insidious and seductive Mirager, and have now pulled out all the loot that was down in that pit that they spent so much time in. So, in addition to some valuables, there's also a handful of magic items as well. A pouch, a cloak that's warm to the touch and has this igneous kind of volcanic rock-like design to it. A necklace of opals, and some bracers. So, as everyone is now out of the pit, right, and you know, everyone's sort of collecting themselves. Collecting themselves. After that harrowing experience, Sweetness has gathered up some of the sand from the Mirager's corpse, and Varanus estimated it's worth at 25 gold a pound for this sand. So if anyone else wants to grab some sand too. So, what do you guys do?
Well, I would like to take a short rest, right? Like, that seems like the best thing.
I mean, while Amaran's wind is still up, he wants to, like, pop his head into these rooms and see what he can find.
Sure. All right, so Omarin, you enter this chamber here. Like the first one you came to, this one is covered with all sorts of draconic runes. And as you look over to the right, you actually see what was once some sort of large carved altar, but magma flows have burst through the walls in a couple places and destroyed the altar that once stood there. But you do see there is a metallic chest that has been sort of partially melted, partially enveloped into the rock by the altar over there.
Any glimpse of the star?
No, this chamber seems to be, again, there seems to be no other exit from this chamber.
Okay. I'm gonna like sort of wave and see if I can get Bungo to come and take a look at this chest. It's the closest thing we have to a rogue after all. And I want to put the wind on the chest just so it's not so hot, just to blow off some of the heat from it being like in the magma.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm certainly open to taking a look at your chest, but I was taking a look at these, you know, magically items here, and we can't use these until they're identified, right?
You could, I mean, you can put them on.
Well,
and
my point is that I have the identify spell.
Did you ever get a pearl for it?
Oh fuck. Yes. How many story points we have?
Well, it's 100 gold piece pearl. You know, it's not something you come by every now and again.
Can I trade a story point and the platinum flute to say that we found a pearl instead?
Sure. I like
That's
that.
worth 80.
Yeah, and you already have a flute, so who cares?
Yeah, I got a sick flute anyway.
All right.
Whew. Okay. I would, in that case, like to... I have a good feeling about the, you know, since we're in a volcano, I've got a good feeling about this warm-to-the-touch cloak. So I will cast Identify on the cloak.
Okay. Let's see.
It's a cloak of fire vulnerability.
That's good to know, too, if that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you... Apparently I forgot some text in some of this. I wonders. Item. Rare. Requires attunement. So, as you are using this divination magic over this this cloak, you get the immediate impression of like this burning presence almost within the cloak. And that's because you find it is a hellhound cloak.
Whoa.
Luckily, you took the time to identify it because you also realize there's a dreadful curse upon the cloak.
Oh shit.
Good thinking, Ray Ray.
Nice job, Ray.
Honestly, the curse doesn't seem that bad. As a
Yeah,
guy who
somebody
already
who's
kind of
supposed to-
has a cursed item
Yeah.
that basically does
Yeah.
this.
How many different entities can you squash into your one physical body?
Wow.
Pretty cool.
That's a pretty serious curse.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, a wish spell can reverse the transformation, so if we complete our quest,
You just
all
have
we
a
have to
hellhound
do is
pet
use
for
the
the rest of
wish.
the game. Yeah.
Let's burn our wish to...
burn our wish to reverse that.
All right, so I'm putting that down in the items section. Are you going to try to use? Is anyone else going to try to identify anything? Because you guys aren't taking the long rest yet, or the short rest yet.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna whip this thing on though.
All right. Well, you'll still need
Hell
time
yeah,
to attune
baby.
to it, but
I mean, it looks cool as hell.
oh yeah.
Does it drag the ground, though, because you're a little bit short?
No, it resizes.
Okay.
It pulls
Magic
in
cloak, baby.
and sort of curls around your shoulders, and then the collar sort of transforms into a much more stylish, whatever Bungo would think is stylish. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's that. Meanwhile, Omarin, yeah, you were trying to wave Bungo over into the other room.
Stride into the room with my new badass cloak. What was that, Omarin?
I point at the chest.
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
chest is like partially, enveloped in the ground, right? Some magma flow stuck it there.
He's like, you notice anything? Or
Again, there are also
this
these
area?
Second comment. All right. Thanks, Omarin.
draconic runes, all covering the walls here again.
Okay.
Yeah.
oh yeah, that was from the I had
first
I
room.
remember I made some notes about that
Yeah.
last time. It was the yeah.
How are you at investigating, Omarin?
I'm quite good.
Well, can you
Yeah,
investigate?
I'd say
If we find a trap, I can try and disarm it. But could you investigate this chest, as I am not the most observant halfling?
I can. I'll come take a peek. All right, here we go.
Nice.
Excellent. All right, so you see this, the chest is stuck in the ground, right? You'll probably have to pry it open with some force. But it doesn't look like it's locked. However, as you sort of are, examining, fitting with the test, you do feel that should this be opened, it does have some magical protection on it.
Magical runes.
Something related to heat, right? You can feel, aside from the magma's heat around you, right? You feel that the chest itself has its own sort of source of heat.
Interesting. Do you think we should try and I'm just saying this to like Amari and Sweetness. You guys think we should try and hit it with like some fire? Or maybe hit it with like a cold thing? Or should we just try and open it?
Varanus, you, since you're wandering over here too, you can start, you see the runes and you can start reading them. but you get the impression that this is some sort of almost religious text or almost religious writing. That's the first sense you get from this. So if you want to try and translate sort of what it means, it would require a religion check.
I will try to do that.
Ooh, very nice.
19.
All right. So, as you're sort of tracing your way along the walls, right? By this time, Omarin, your wind has died down. So Varanus, yeah, you're tracing the story or the narrative of the runes along the wall, and you come to this image that's got all soot covered, and you sort of wipe away, and it is a picture, right, or carving of lizard folk perishing in terrible flames, while others walk calmly through them, untouched by the blaze. And runes directly above this image read, Igni Ka is fire, Igni Ka is spirit, is the spirit, sorry, the fire, the spirit, and Igni Ka is the word.
Wow.
Put that in chat.
Powerful.
There. Yeah.
Yeah. From the book of Deuteronomy. All right. Ignica is the word. Maybe I'll say, I'll recite this in the common tongue so that as I'm reading it aloud and everyone, I say, Ignica is the fire, Ignica is the spirit, Ignica is the word.
Does anything happen?
Nope.
I hope not.
Nothing
Unless
happens.
it's good.
It's very dramatic.
Yes,
so
you tense for a second, but all you hear is the slow rumble of magma from the cave around you.
But those runes are written next to a picture where
Right.
some of the lizard folk are crossing the magma unharmed.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like, that is more significant to that. If I'm gathering this properly here.
Sure. Yeah,
Maybe
that's your impression, right? That this seems to be this phrase or Igni Ka, right, seems to have some definitely special significance within the shrine here.
So if I go in here, can you tell me like what's over here versus
So again,
what's over
yeah,
here?
that was an altar at some point, but a magma flow burst through the side of the chamber, destroying the altar and then partially covering a metal, a bronze coffer, a bronze chest is now sort of submerged and locked into the magma. But Sweetness surmised it would take, a little bit of force to get it open, but there's also some sort of magical ward.
Magical trap.
Yeah.
And then this way?
That way is just, again, another part of the chamber that was broken through by this magma flow. There are some of the runes and stuff here, but there's nothing else of interest.
And the compass was pointing this way, right?
The compass is pointing pretty much straight north right now.
Straight north. Okay. All right, well, I'll let them figure out what they're going to do with this chest and everything. But once everyone's ready, I'm kind of waiting over here and we'll, explain that my theory as to how we could get past here.
Well, remember, there was also the hallway you passed through before you entered the misty chamber.
The pathway we passed through before?
So...
Well, we went toward the sweet smell, but there's something, it's like...
Right. Basically, the passage went north, whereas you guys went east into the sweet-smelling chamber.
Yeah.
So,
But then that was a dead end up at the north, right? We already
No.
went that way.
Sorry. Closer to where we are. So you sort of back out of this room. There's another path really close to it.
Yeah, this way is the way that it had a dead end with the holder thing. But this way, yeah.
right,
This way.
this
Yes.
way.
Yeah, I
I
think
see.
if someone else wants to go with me, I'd be like, perhaps we should investigate the North Passage.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright.
I mean, are we gonna do a short rest?
I don't have an idea, but before we do that, let's all. Are we gonna? Do we gonna need to be doing constant saves to avoid rock falls and?
No, that
noxious-
they haven't done that, and the saving for the gas was only when you were in the pits.
in the pit. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Yeah, if you
so-
want to.
I would love a short rest.
Yeah, sure.
Well, so, but isn't the volcano like rumbling and it getting worse?
It's hard to tell how much time. You could make a nature check, Omar, or anybody.
Well, honestly, a short rest isn't going to do me any good. I'm out of hit dice.
Well,
I don't
wow.
know anything
Ooh.
about volcanoes.
Omarin. You're guessing you definitely have more than an hour, right? So a short rest would be possible, but you're pushing, right?
I'm
You're
gonna-
pushing at that point.
Pushing our luck if we short rest.
Well, I mean a little bit, but you're guessing you have enough time for a short rest, but definitely not two, and definitely not a short rest and a long linger.
Right. Okay. I
All right.
will tell the party this and say that we could, but maybe we might want to save it. And Kyle, you can have the rest of my good berries. You can have 10 more hit points.
Sure. I mean, if we're not going to, then we can talk about what we're gonna do next. But I mean, I would have preferred to short rest. That's all.
Did we ever open that chest? Or did
Nope.
we just leave it be?
I am fine to take a short rest, even just for Kylem's sake.
I mean, it's the
Yeah.
captain's call. Let's just leave it up to him, and we can.
Yeah,
do it
I
then.
mean, I'm worried about the state of the volcano, but if things get really bad, we have time. So I'll give you some good berries, and then we will take a short rest if we really.
If we need one
need
later.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
my point is that if we're going to do it, why don't we just do it now? So why don't we make the call if we're going to do it now or not? I mean, obviously, if something changes, but like, it's fine. I mean, we can just go with the good berries, and that can be fine for now.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay. Is there any bit of healing that might be able to come my way before we press on?
Sure. What's your HP at?
I have 10 of 23.
Okay.
I have one healer's kit left.
Maybe
can use
save
it.
that in case of an emergency.
I don't know. A short rest seems like a good idea to me, says Magnus.
All right. Well,
You guys are looking like crap.
Thank you.
You
All right.
guys look like shit.
Okay.
All right. Of course, Bungo gets to roll an extra d6 for everyone for Song of Rest.
Yes, yes. Extra 3.
Sick.
Say again. Sorry.
Everyone gets an extra 3 hit points.
Oh, I'll take it.
Is anyone spending this short rest to attune / identify more items?
Yeah,
guess
I'd
I
like to
attune
check
to
out
the cloak.
Yeah.
My
all right.
sword. I'd like to
So-
figure out what's
okay.
up with the sword.
Yeah, so you go through some katas. It is just a +1 long sword of
Nice.
drow make.
Nice. Okay, very cool. Magic sword.
Dark elf make. So technically, yeah. So we've got the necklace.
Yeah, I wanted to identify that necklace.
All right. So you spend some time with it, and you find it is a choker of fey stepping.
Oh no, that sounds.
Something you already do.
So you
Right?
can roll me a d6 plus 5 to see how many opals are still attached.
All right, let's see. Womp womp. Still 6.
Well, Varanus beat you to it,
Oh, okay.
so I'll take his.
No, Varanus
oh,
is
no.
rolling something else.
Rolling
I think.
something
I think he's rolling.
else. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he didn't roll d6 plus 5.
Oh, that
All
was
right.
my hit die.
I see. All right. Well, there are currently 5 or 6 opals.
Yep.
On the necklace, you can attune to it. Yeah. To
And it's destroyed.
use.
Plus cast. Interesting.
Yeah. Anyone going to identify the bracers
I'll do
or
it.
the pouch? Is anyone gonna look at the pouch?
Martin will look at the bracers.
All right, bracers. They are the bracers of the slinger.
Bracers of the slinger.
Yes. I think this is my first magic item. This is custom magic item from me from this game.
This goes to you, right?
Braces of the Slinger.
Pretty nice.
That is probably what you're gonna want right there.
Sure. Yeah. No, that looks great. I was like, I don't use slings, but then I actually read the text.
Yeah, and notice they emit a sound of the wielder's choosing when attacking, so you can, whenever you attack,
Very
you
stylish.
can have a custom sound with them. But because you took the time to attune to the cloak, you are not attuned to these.
Right.
So you don't get their bonuses yet.
Not until our next short rest or whatever.
Kylum,
Okay.
you can be attuned to the necklace if you want to be, because
Yeah,
you
I'm thinking about
identified it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Omar. You could be attuned to the bracers for now if you want them. Okay.
I think that I will equip the choker.
Sure. All right. After Bungo plays, what sort of soothing rest kind of stuff does Bungo do? Or
Well,
up
you know,
rest.
I just start really reiterating that tune that I was playing before, and I pause every now and then to remind Omar, and this is the "We should start surrendering" song, okay? Because the enemy has stood down, and we're okay.
All right. Kylum's no longer poisoned. Well, so yeah, you've got your new loot sorted out, ready to continue on into the...
All right, let's check out that other passage then.
Or, sorry, is anyone going to get the chest? Yes, no, at this point? Or during the rest?
Well, I wonder. We sensed that there was a magical trap in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe if we were to like blast it from afar or something, wouldn't hurt to probably do something like that.
Sure. You could also make an
maybe...
Arcana check to try and figure out the nature of the...
Sure. Yeah, I will try to during our rest when I probably have a moment to anyway. Why not?
Sure. Hmm.
But it's a real head scratcher. This
Yeah,
one.
it's being covered, being half buried in previously molten rock, partially melted. Yeah, it's hard to get any good read on it.
I mean, we could just open it, right?
Well, there's some magic
that could happen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a risk, but we will need good equipment if we're going to make it up through this journey. So it's possible that opening the chest could still be worth it.
Not to mention salaries for the crew and maintenance and upkeep for the ship.
That's true. That's true. Gold isn't just about greed; it's also about fair pay for everybody who works for you.
Well, Captain, the only person with full health.
I mean, the chance of event. Don't we have a mage hand somewhere?
If you don't have it, probably nobody has it. That's
Anybody
what I
got
think
a-
about party composition at this point.
We have like a wizard and a bard. We got a mage hand. We got a mage
Anybody
Oh, yeah,
got
we
a
have a
mage
wizard.
hand out there?
No, I went heavily thematic. I have Gust, Mending, Shape Water, and Lightning Lord.
Okay.
None of us want to be the
You
person.
want to try to disable the trap?
Well, I was gonna say we could, blast at it or something, but
Yeah,
I'm also
someone
fine
with
to just
thieves'
move
tools
on.
proficiency could try to disable the trap. Bungo, Bungo,
I mean,
give me
I
your
can
hands.
slide
Bungo, give me your hands.
Okay.
Well, you gotta walk us over to the chest.
Actually, guys, turns out I have thieves' tools proficiency.
Oh, so you could do it too?
I didn't
Or-
realize that.
or
I
instead.
have a lot of proficiencies. I'll try it.
All right,
So,
make me
where's
a
the
check
chest at?
with those
Boom!
thieves' tools. It's over here.
Make a story point.
I just might. Okay. Yeah, I will.
Or are you two gonna work together to open the chest carefully?
Who?
I
Bungo.
could lend assistance.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, if he wants to be like, oh, not there, you know.
Oh
Mhm.
man, they're both gonna be caught in the AOE.
Nah,
Alright.
I'll be fine.
All right, Sweetness, make me thieves'
Oh,
tools
sorry.
with advantage. It's okay.
Wow. That was a terrible roll. Either way.
So you think you got it? You know, you guys think it's all right.
You think you got
who's
it?
gonna open it?
I mean, I'll
if
give you
I
the.
got it. I'll fucking open it.
Yeah.
You open it. It creaks, and nothing happens.
What's inside?
Ah. So most of whatever was in here has been destroyed by the heat, but there are still. Roll me 3d4.
Oh, 3D4.
There's that many Orpal swords in there.
Yes, if Vorpal swords were 50 gold piece gemstones.
Ooh.
So you get 9 gems worth 50 each. But among the gems, it's strange, you find 4 large, sort of flat black rocks. Sweetness, actually, you would probably be most familiar. These are a form of exotic healing, we might say. You lay these hot stones on someone, and it's supposed to soothe their muscles and internal organs and so forth. But Bungo, you get the sense of magic about these stones. These are no ordinary heat stones.
I say aloud, some perfectly ordinary healing stones.
These are no ordinary gemstones. You see.
No, it's not these aren't the gems.
Oh.
These are the black sort of flat stones. Like
But these are no ordinary black sort of flat stones.
these are in fact
Bungo,
Beliar's heat stones.
Oh.
It's something you've heard from your tales, Bungo. All right, sorry. The bag doesn't contain 3d4 at this point. This one is just. There are 4.
how many of these are there?
4 heat stones.
Okay.
So if someone
Damn.
takes 10 minutes to apply them
Or
to someone
9, right?
else, the person applying them makes a medicine check, and on a success, the creature gains fire resistance for 24 hours.
Do you convey this information?
Bungo, yes, you're sort of.
Yeah. These are
We've done this
special
before.
fire stones, you see. And they can apply magical resistance to fire. And perhaps even immunity on the rare chance that they're quite powerful.
Or that they're applied well.
Or that they're applied very well, yes.
Right. Like only a doctor might be able to.
Perhaps. Are you familiar with the foreign technique of, acupuncture, stoneworking?
Oh, but I have a complete anatomical mastery of the human body, so
Excellent.
I know just where to place the stones.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Cool. Well, do we want to take another short 10-minute rest? And
Well, I'll say you guys again. You said you were sort of doing this like during the rest.
Sure.
actually, we can say I didn't need a rest. I couldn't. I didn't gain anything from the
Sure,
rest.
sure.
Um,
So
yeah.
I'd allow you to apply. I don't know, 2 of them during the rest. Of course, other people can try to apply them too, but the medicine check, is relevant.
I think it's to our benefit for us to try to apply all 4 stones. So, Chad, you already resist fire.
I do, yeah.
So do the other 4 of us want to try and apply the stones? I can do
a stone applying circle.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll try on myself and apply on one other person.
I don't think you can do them on yourself.
Oh, you can't. Okay, then I'll try on
Right.
2 other people, and someone else can. I'll try to direct them, and they can try on me.
Oh, you do have your explainy ability, right? Or the
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what I was
that can
thinking. I
help.
can use.
All right.
my
So
explainy
sweetness can apply to one other person can apply. I'll say 2 other people can apply it, and they gain advantage through Sweetness's instruction. So Sweetness, who are you gonna try to give fire resistance to?
Hold on. Is something... Wow. The whole chat just disappeared for me.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh real quick.
All right.
Okay. Sorry.
So who wants to try to apply things to other people?
What's
Or
the
so-
check for it?
A medicine check.
Yes.
Intelligence.
Wisdom.
Yeah,
this
I could do one.
Does this have to be applied directly to the body, Kylum?
It does.
Is laying it on the armor gonna do the trick?
No, not gonna happen.
Really? So everybody else is also like putting it under their clothes and shit? That's how this works?
I mean, that's what I would think with, I mean, maybe if you were wearing...
Well, no, because it's gonna take 10 minutes. So you like lay on the ground, and he puts the stones on your body. I'd say
Sure, I'll pass. I don't care.
Okay. Or
Alright,
he could have disadvantage on the check, trying to apply it. Okay.
I'll do Captain and Bungo.
All right. So make me 2 medicine checks. And then who wants to try and apply it to Sweetness?
I can do that.
All right. All right. You have advantage.
At least a +1.
Oh, God. Oh, sorry.
Don't you have you don't have specialization in medicine?
I'm not an expert in it.
Oh wow. All right. Well, your second one, apparently
I'll be
yes, you
honest,
were.
I did that on purpose because it's it's predominantly a useful skill.
Well, you were.
Until
Yeah, you were a little overconfident in your knowledge about these healing practices from exotic lands, and so whoever you tried to give it to first, was it Captain or Bungo? Maybe odds or evens, Blake.
Odds.
All right, so you get to choose who gets the benefit of those 2.
I'm gonna give it to who's got more hit points. Who's got more hit points?
I'm at full.
I know.
24.
I think Bungo has a little less. Yeah.
Yeah,
he
I
has
have 24.
I'm gonna give you the better roll.
All right.
Hey.
So Bungo, you now gain resistance to fire.
Yay.
Captain, not so much, unfortunately.
Sorry.
That's great.
All right, but fortunately, Sweetness, you also have resistance to fire from Kylem's ministrations.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard to use.
Well, after my, I think I was like, oh, wait, don't place them here, place them.
Right. Yeah. You should. You explained it to me, and I just did the opposite, and it worked out great.
All right, I'll put those little porcupine symbols
That
on
is
there.
not what happened.
So you have one heat stone remaining, and you ready to press forward? Well, I guess we'll pretty much call it for tonight. But we can. Kylem seems to be itching to continue exploring, so we can see what's next. As you're in this, let me get Magnus over here, so everyone can. We'll move you out around here. Stop.
I see 2 Magnuses.
Yeah. Well, I had them two because to provide 2 different areas of camera.
Gotcha.
For our audience. Okay, so you see the chamber ahead snakes a little bit towards the northwest, but to the right side you see another side chamber branches off there.
Okay. Let's go check it out.
All right.
Right?
Yeah, well, Kylem, as you walk up, you start to hear almost this humming noise, or you can't quite, you're not sure if you hear it, but as you tune your ears in a little more, you definitely notice there's this column in this chamber is humming. Like there's a low hum just coming from it.
You see like a column. Like, what does it look like?
It looks like sort of just a stalagmite, more or less, but it goes all the way up to the ceiling. So it's a stalagmite that eventually merged, sort of, because the ceilings in this chamber is only around 7 feet tall. So it's yeah.
I guess I will approach the humming column.
All right. Click.
Oh boy.
I leap back.
All right.
Until next time.
Yes, until next time, we'll see what happens. What did Kylem get himself into with that little side chamber action? All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Hope you had fun. Hope the Mirager was a good time for all, as she would have liked it. Nope. Not yet.
Have to fight a few more Miragers before you get something like
Yeah,
that.
wait a second. Did we lose XP because we let her go? Hang on. We gotta find
You
her.
didn't let her go.
Oh no, they killed her. Don't worry about it.
Oh right. Yeah, that's right. Just in my imagination.
No, you get XP if you let things go, of course.
All
as long as you took the effort to deal with them.
Right.
Yeah. Well, all right. So we'll see you. Well, actually, we're probably going to be on hiatus, unfortunately, until early September, sometime after I get finished with my move.
Boy.
Yes.
Yeah. So unfortunately, this is a little bit of a long cliffhanger.
Wait to hear about that click.
Yeah. But
we'll just forget about it. It was nothing happened.
Yeah, maybe.
Right when we start next
big deal.
But until then, happy gaming, have fun. We'll see you in a month or so.
All right.
Until then.
Until then.
All right, take care, everyone.
Bye.